I was fascinated on this TV program, which you also saw yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it. Explain what the process was. Was it they did that? Was it in the 60s and they just did it recently?
Dr. Ellen Langer, who I met many, many years ago because I wrote Forever Young 16 years ago, but I've just updated it. Dr. Ellen Langer took a group of men in the 70s, men and women, to a retreat, and in the retreat they all pretended it was 1955 rather than 1975. It was just a 10-day retreat. And before they went, they tested their grip, they tested the length of their finger, they tested their eyesight, their hearing, their balance. And then in this closed retreat, everything looked as if it was 1955. The films were piped in from the 50s, the magazines from the 50s, the furniture was from the 50s, and they wore badges themselves, 20 years younger. And after 10 days, they did all the tests again, and they had all reversed their age by 15 years, even their grip, their balance, their sight, their vision. It was really the most fascinating experiment. People said, well, it's because they relaxed. So they took another group to the same retreat, but they just relaxed and they didn't pretend it was 20 years earlier, and they didn't reverse their aging at all. And the BBC did a copy of this only 2 years ago, and Lionel Bart was in it, and Elizabeth Smith was in it, and some really interesting English people were in it. And they pretended the retreat was 30 years younger. So it went from 2000, I think it was done in 2007, and they pretended it was 1987. And they said it was remarkable. Some of them went in, Liz Smith particularly went in on sticks, and within a few days she was walking around and dancing in the garden. Sylvia Sims was in there, and halfway through they invited some carers in to see if they'd like some help, and they all said it made them feel incredibly old, and they didn't like that at all. They sent the carers back. But they had the same statistics. They had reversed their age by 15 years. They were walking without sticks, running, dancing. And what one of them said, he said, I forgot I was old. He said, when I was in there, I really believed I was 30 years younger. And it was incredible. And then the BBC did some even more interesting test where they took some people and put them in a simulated flight simulator so that they would believe that they were pilots. And they said, incredibly, their vision changed almost immediately. And they said physically their vision couldn't actually change, but their brain, knowing that fighter pilots have to have perfect vision, started to work so much harder to give them perfect vision. So all of those tests, and there are many others, show you that you are what you believe. The age on your birth certificate is irrelevant. And that's why you'll see people like Tishan, who is painting into his 80s, and composers who are still composing, and Lucian Freud, and many people like that. They don't actually grow old the way we think they should grow old. They're very active, their minds are sharp. And if you choose not to grow old, I mean, I love that expression, says when hope dies, old age runs to meet you. But if you choose not to grow old, you can slow down aging dramatically. There's a lot that you can do, and my book takes you through step by step everything that you can do. It's really easy to slow down physical and mental aging forever.